What's going on, everybody? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you with another WWE turn alert. It's been a while since I've done one of these turn alerts. We haven't really had much happening really within the past few weeks. Some possibilities, maybe like one more I might do sometime later this week, but we'll get to that one when it happens. But we're going to talk about this heel turn that happened last night on Monday Night Raw. And let me tell you something. There's a lot to talk about this one. Because a lot of us saw it coming. And a lot of us, like me, feared it coming. And when it happened, at the time when it happened, and when I first saw it, because I caught Raw late last night and early this morning, I'll be honest, I was furious at first. I was really mad that WWE went through with this at first. Because, in my opinion, this was one of my favorite tag teams up on the main roster. Enzo and Big Cass. These were two of the most popular stars, one of the most popular tag teams I've seen since when I started watching NXT and even up on the main roster. The pop they got last year when they debuted on Monday Night Raw was unreal. Unreal. I really thought by SummerSlam in Brooklyn, New York, where they're from, I really thought that they were going to win the tag titles then. It didn't happen, as they got put into a good match with Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, and they came up short. They of course continued their feud off and on with the Club, which kind of dragged on a little too long. I was kind of starting to get tired of seeing Gallows and Anderson and Enzo and Cass go at it. So for a while, this team was actually really directionless. They were in the Survivor Series 10-man tag elimination match between the tag teams. And then they got into a big, terrible feud with Rusev and Jinder Mahal as well. And it was revealed during that time that apparently Vince McMahon really loves it whenever Enzo Amore gets laid out. And we had known for a while also that he was really high on Big Cass, which I don't blame him. I see a lot of singles potential in Big Cass. Enzo, I'm a little worried about. And so then after that, I'm thinking, you know what? Okay, let's do it this way. I was predicting that sometime, was that Roadblock end of the line, which ended up being Sheamus and Cesaro then. And sometime between then and WrestleMania, the Club were going to win the Raw tag titles. And then Enzo and Cass will have their moment at WrestleMania. Well, at WrestleMania, as we all know, the Hardy Boys return. And I'm very certain, I know a lot of my friends are as well, and a lot of people here on YouTube are pretty certain as well, if the Hardy Boys did not return at WrestleMania 33, that would have been Enzo and Cass's moment, where they finally won the tag titles. Because they never won the tag titles down at NXT. I was very surprised by that. And they haven't won the tag titles, and as of now, will not be winning the tag titles on the main roster. So they had another pre-show match, Gallows and Anderson, against them on the pre-show Payback. And then a couple weeks before Extreme Rules, we started seeing these segments backstage where Enzo was getting laid out, and then Big Cass got laid out twice. And one of the clues that we saw that I think really gave a lot of people, including myself, that bad feeling was Corey Graves on Raw saying that that I'd like to shake the hand of the person who attacked Enzo. And later that night, when Big Cass is going around trying to get answers out of people who attacked Enzo, you see him and Corey Graves shake hands. Made us wondering, was it going to be Big Cass? A lot of people, including myself, were really hoping it was going to be the Revival. Reignite that feud, help them, get going. But it's not the case. As last night, the main suspects were the Revival and the Big Show. And both of them were proven innocent. And then Corey Graves stood up and revealed some security footage that shows that Big Cass faked one of the attacks. And that Big Cass was the one to attack Enzo. And I'm sitting there when I watch this, I'm just like, they can't do this. They can't do this. They can't do this. They've only been up for a year. They haven't won the Raw Tag titles yet. They were so over. It's just not the right time. And then Enzo just, I mean, not Enzo. Big Cass just lays into Enzo, just like nailing him with all this stuff that it was legitimately true. You think about it, they've made Enzo Amore out to be this big joke just to get laid out every week on Raw. And it looks like he's holding back Big Cass, who is big, 7 feet tall, like what, 270 some pounds? This guy can literally tear the house down probably, and he could have a great singles career. So like Big Cass just laid into Enzo and cut this really nice promo, just literally just laying it all in, like I said, and saying we are done, and just giving him the big boot and laying Enzo out as Vince McMahon loves to. And that's how Raw ended, actually. That was the main event. Man, what a turn of events. A lot of us saw it coming. I feared that it was coming. I didn't want it to happen. So let me take this through step by step. When I first saw it happen, again, I was furious. I'm like, why would you do this? You know, this is one of the most over tag teams. They've never won the tag titles. You know, they're going to break them up just like that. Like I really, personally, I knew that after the Hardy Boys returned, someone in the tag team division had to turn heel. And I really thought that the logical pick was going to be Enzo and Cass because, you know, they got robbed at WrestleMania. But instead, they put that on Cesaro and Sheamus. I don't know if that was the plan going forward, or if they only did that because the Revival were supposed to probably feud with the Hardy Boys for the tag titles. But I really thought it was going to be Enzo and Cass turning heel. Because at the time you looked at it, there was a lot of face tag teams. I'm like, okay, they need to turn one of these teams heel. They went with Cesaro and Sheamus. And then they started doing those mysterious attacks to Enzo, and it ended up being Big Cass. So, here's the thing. Again, I said before, I was furious, but you look at the bigger picture, it all makes sense. They never won any tag team championships together. And it feels like, you know, Enzo's this dead weight that Big Cass is holding Big Cass back. That all makes sense. And reviewing the bigger picture, I get that. But here's the thing that bothers me a lot, though, right now about this heel turn. This breaking them up, and last month they broke up Golden Truth, which they weren't going to go anywhere anyways, but still. This one right here really puts a huge dagger in Raw's tag team division. Like, who do they have right now besides the Hardy Boys, Sheamus and Cesaro, the Revival, and the Club? As one face tag team, 3 heel tag teams. I mean, here's the thing. Unless you try to form a tag team, I really couldn't get behind an Enzo and Big Show tag team. I don't think they should go with that. What else? The Titus brand, I mean, I really thought that was going to be a heel stable. But now with ever since Akira Tozawa started going over the Cruiserweight title, and last night it was Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews facing off against Cesaro and Sheamus, I think it's possible that they could be reverting the Titus brand to a face stable, which, honestly, I mean, I know I was more interested in seeing Apollo Crews as a heel, but I think Titus O'Neil as a face is a lot better, so I'd be okay if they turn them face. Or, another possibility, and I saw this last night on, well, not last night, but after I finished watching Raw, I saw this in the Fallout video on YouTube. The Club was furious last night whenever they lost, and they were speaking the truth. How, you know, they were these champions all over the world, and they deserve better than getting shortchanged as they are in WWE. So I'm wondering, what if you do this? What if you trade the Club to SmackDown for American Alpha, who are doing nothing on SmackDown right now? I'd be all in for that. You'd have 2 face tag teams, 3 heel tag teams. Again, if you want to, well, it'd be just 2 each, I guess. My bad. Well, no, wait, they still have Heath Slater and Rhino also, but they're not doing anything with them. They're not. I don't know what they're going to ever do with the 2 of them. But yeah, that's my after thinking through the bigger picture, that's the only little gripe I can say. Because like again, this was a great promo cut by Big Cass. It was a great turn. It's just it hurts, especially when you're a huge fan of the two of them. But yeah, that's what I came up here to say about the heel turn by Big Cass and the ending to Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Do I hope down the line, years to come, maybe they'll get back together and finally win those tag titles together? Yes, I definitely hope that happens. But we'll just have to wait and see. But, yep, that is pretty much it, guys. Again, what is your thoughts on the Big Cass heel turn? Are you happy that it was Big Cass who was revealed as the mystery attacker, or are you not happy about it? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and always, please click this like and subscribe button for more content to come to my channel as well. And as always, stay tuned for more WWE Turn Alert.